How's it going, guys? Alex with iTech Triad, and in today's video I want to bring you my first impression of the iPhone 6s Plus.
I'm back!
Now, just a brief disclaimer, I might just mess up the name. The iPhone 6s Plus. For some reason, I want to call it the 6 Plus S. But just keep in mind that this is a first impressions and not a full review, so my opinions can change within the next few weeks. Now, the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 6s and the iPhone 6s Plus is Apple's refresh to their 6 line. Nothing has really changed in the physical department, but all the upgrades come under the hood. So I'm just going to talk about a few features and what my first impressions are in the past 48 hours of using the device. First thing I want to talk about is 3D Touch. Now, 3D Touch, I feel personally, within using it for 48 hours, still has some maturing to do. Of course, it's still early on in the game, but I feel like it isn't that big of a game changer at this point in time. I'm actually looking forward to see what Apple has planned in the future, especially with future devices such as quote-unquote what could be the iPhone 7 or any future devices, and to see also how app developers support 3D Touch. Again, I don't feel at this point, 48 hours in, that is something a lot of you 6 or 6 Plus owners are really missing out on. But again, my opinions can change within the next 2 weeks. Another thing I want to talk about is that the iPhone 6s Plus has 2 gigs of RAM. For some reason, Apple did not really want to mention that in their keynote, but that is pretty great. At this point, I've noticed that my iPhone 6s Plus runs great, especially multitasking, day-to-day tasks. I haven't noticed any lag at all. Of course, this is still a new device, so it'll be interesting to see how it holds up over time. Next thing I want to talk about is the 12 megapixel camera. Of course, we saw an upgrade of the camera. Apple's had an 8 megapixel camera for as long as I can even remember. Finally, we saw an upgrade to a 12 megapixel shooter. Unfortunately, since it's been raining for the past 48 hours where I currently live, I haven't been able to fully test the camera, but I am looking forward to getting out and trying it out and really seeing the difference between the iPhone 6 and the iPhone 6s. Now, another feature we saw was live photos. I did get to use live photos a little bit. I just took a random photo and tried it out. Personally, I don't feel like it's that huge of a feature, something that is worth upgrading to. At this point, I could maybe see where people like the point or concept of it, but I don't feel like it's really something that's beneficial, especially when you still have a 16 gigabyte model out on the market. Again, that's something that can change within the next 2 weeks, but I'm not really that impressed with it. And this next feature, and the last feature I want to talk about, is one I'm actually really surprised that I've used a lot, and that's Hey Siri. At first, I didn't think I'd use it that much, but since I do use my iPhone 6s Plus on the road, I put it on a car mount, I do find myself going hands-free, using Hey Siri to make calls for me or send messages, and Siri has been working much better on iOS 9. So at this point, I am pretty impressed with Hey Siri, and I'm actually surprised, but...
That's what I figured.
Oh, that is actually pretty cool. Anyway, Siri's given you her first impressions. I've given you my first impressions. We're gonna leave it here. Anyway, guys, our full review will be up hopefully within the next few weeks, so be sure to subscribe, stay tuned for more coverage on the iPhone 6s Plus. And I guess I'll see you guys in our next video. Thanks for watching.